hell are you looking at? Come here, get over here. Get over here. Line up.
Those are the details of that, and we'll be right back.
You've been seeing him again. He's sending you flowers. I can smell them.
That's a new wizard stick-on air freshener. Pretty fancy, huh?
Must be flowers in here.
That's a fragrance of fresh floral.
Myrna, don't toy with me. I recognize a flower when I smell it.
So now you'll recognize a wizard stick-on. See, doesn't that smell flowery fresh?
Wizard stick-ons, huh? Pretty fancy. You're sure no one's sending you flowers?
I promise.
New Wizard stick-on air fresheners. Floral, powder. Freshen the air beautifully. Now we cost less, too.
Weight Loss Clinic is still having that 9th anniversary special, but it's for a limited time. You can get their $98 program for half price. It's a good way to take off that weight fast, the same way Jerry Harvey here did. Jerry used to weigh 40 pounds more. You know, we say that cavalierly, like 40 pounds, you know, but 40 pounds is a lot of pounds.
Yes, it is.
You must have looked considerably different.
Much different.
Did you have it around the waist?
Yeah, it was in my stomach. That's where I gained my weight.
How do you feel now that you took it off?
Well, I feel really good about losing the weight. I feel better about myself. My clothes fit better. I got new wardrobe.
Did you?
Right.
But that was fun.
Yes, it was.
And you have to keep it off or you're going to have to go...
Exactly.
So you have an investment in this.
I certainly do, a big investment.
Yeah, well, keep it off.
I plan on it.
All right, and you can do it too. Remember, the Weight Loss Clinic, for a limited time, is having this special where you can get their introductory program that ordinarily costs $98 for $49. Weight Loss Clinic. Thank you.
What's so special about dinner at the Good Earth? We think a lot of things. From our country French lasagna, to our delightful curried shrimp, to our 10-grain breads and rolls made from scratch, and our slightly sinful desserts. A little extra touch and a lot of extra care. It's just what you'd expect when having dinner with friends.
The Good Earth goodness, come taste it.
Time for another super bargain, and we have a good one if you like shrimp and you want a carry-out deal. We have 50% off at Tanucci's in Newport. Now, this is fantail shrimp. They have a reputation, by the way, of having just great beef and seafood. And that is what Tanucci's looks like. Of course, it's an eat-in restaurant. This deal is strictly carry-out, by the way, and we're talking about a tub, 25 fantail deep-fried shrimp. And that's, ooh, how can we even talk about it and not be eating it? Comes with the French fries and tartar sauce usually cost $14.50. You can get it for half price while supplies last. Now, as I said, it's carry-out only. It's not good with any other offers. And you can get it today and tomorrow. And by the way, they're located at 396 21st Street in Newport. And what they want you to do is call ahead for the order. Call 459-9011. They're going to be open until 9:30 tonight. They open tomorrow at 11 o'clock. They'll be open until 9:30 once again. And so if you want those shrimp, fried shrimp with the French fries, half price, Tanucci's, give it a shot. A lot of people here have tried it and said that it's just great stuff.
Great. Another super bargain coming up in just a moment. But first of all, if you were watching the show yesterday, we were talking to Gary Lumpkin about having babies, and he has a little girl now who's 3 named Casey, who's just precious, and he's expecting another baby, he and his wife, in July. So they're just about due. Well, he has heard a lot about prenatal classes, of course, these exercise classes that mothers-to-be go to. So he decided that he wanted to see firsthand exactly what these moms-to-be are going through, how they're preparing for their babies, and how they're keeping fit. Here's Gary.
Well, hi there. I'm at the YWCA in downtown St. Paul, and behind me there's an exercise class in progress. And although it's a small in numbers class, the participants are rather large. I'm not being cruel. No, as you can see, it's a class of expectant mothers.
8. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale. Flex the foot. And up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down.
This class is good because it's a little slower paced, and you don't have to look at a lot of really skinny people. and you get a chance to get a workout.
Exhale. 3. Up. 4. Up. 5. Up. 6. Up. 7.
I feel good. I feel better since I've been pregnant than I have before, and I feel in better physical shape. I really do.
Did you not exercise much before you were pregnant?
No, not too much.
Not that long ago, expectant mothers would never have been allowed by their doctors to exercise this way. But nowadays, classes like this one are not only acceptable, but desirable.
When I first went to my first doctor appointment, they gave me a pamphlet on prenatal exercise.
Had you been working out before?
Yeah, I did go to the aerobic classes, and it got to be too much about my 5th month. So I changed to this one.
Flex your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And this is Joyce, the instructor who, although normally teaches regular aerobics and fitness classes, says she especially enjoys this class and what it is meant to accomplish.
Really, I think what they hope to accomplish is that they continue their own level of fitness so that when the baby comes, they can get back into their regular classes. We do more relaxation. We work on the lower back some. The pacing of the class is much slower than our regular classes. A common complaint is that pregnant women have lower back problems, and so we do a lot of exercises to stretch out the lower back and also to strengthen the lower back so that as they progress through their pregnancy, they're stronger and can hopefully help their posture.
And so, while the class will do a lot for the pregnant woman, there are some things it just won't do.
A lot of books and a lot of people will tell you that exercise will help you ease your labor. I'm not so sure that's true. I think nature's going to take its course.
And so, while doing these exercises will not shorten the time spent in labor, it's still a popular class, and it's common for expectant mothers to continue working out right up to the time of delivery.
Well, I hope to keep it up right till I deliver. One of the women in our class kept it up till 10 days before she delivered.
Well, it's obvious the class is getting a lot out of it, having fun too. And you know, a big part of any class is confidence in your instructor. Think of it as credibility. Well, there's a lot of credibility here because you see, Joyce, the instructor, is 8 months pregnant herself. Do you think it makes any difference that Joyce is pregnant in the class?
Definitely.
Tell me.
Because you can see her doing it, and you think, well, she can do it, why can't I?
Step together to the side,
She could sympathize a little bit more with you. If you can't do something quite as well as you could before, okay, she understands that.
For a course line. We need to be in Vegas.
I think what I really learned is I've slowed the pace down quite a bit. I had forgotten how difficult it is to roll over your tummy and try to reach your toes. Some of the exercises have been eliminated just because I've been aware of the fact how difficult it is to breathe while you're exercising. So, and increased a little bit of the relaxation and more of the lower back exercises.
Well, class is almost over now, and just like any other aerobics or fitness class you might go to, this is the cool down, the warm down period right at the end of class, and this is the part I like best. Nice soft music. Oh, one other thing I like best too, like a lot of men, I happen to believe that pregnant women, expectant mothers, if you will, are absolutely beautiful. And almost maybe the more pregnant, the more beautiful maybe, huh? And they deserve a special type of, oh, I don't know, surprise. Oh yeah, her name is Joyce and her last name is Lumpkin. We're married. See you next time. You did a good job.
There are 3 nevers in Hollywood. Never pick up the phone on the first ring. Never say, I'll be right over, and never, I don't care how much you want the part, never let them see you sweat.
That's what Dry Idea is all about. Less water, more wetness protection. It keeps you drier than the leading roll-on.
It's okay to be anxious, as long as you don't look anxious.
Dry Idea. Never let them see you sweat.
Our first cheese master, J.L. Kraft himself, knew that to make great natural cheese, you had to test each cheese personally. Today, J.L. Kraft Select Cheese Masters do it the same way.
They haven't invented a better way to test cheese. You gotta touch it and taste it yourself to know if it's fresh enough for mild or aged enough for sharp. A cheese has to meet 85 quality standards before it's good enough for the J.L. Kraft Select seal. J.L. and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Look for this seal, only from the J.L. Kraft Select Cheese Masters.
I'm in.
Call. I raise. Yin?
Don't rush me.
Hey, Jack, what's this, a steak-em sandwich? Yeah. Yin?
Hot steak-em sandwich steaks at a card game?
My wife only makes them for meals. What's the difference if it's a meal or a card game or whatever? There's nothing better than steak-em. When you put those tender, juicy slices of 100% beef on a roll with all the trimmings, you've got a sandwich fit for a pair of kings.
I'm out.
Me too. Fold.
Steak-em all-beef sandwich steaks.
Most people think all alcoholics look like me. But less than 3% of America's 14 million alcoholics are skid row bums. Most of us have responsible positions, families. Alcoholism isn't a moral weakness. It's a disease that with medical care can be conquered. Don't kid yourself. An alcoholic can look like anyone, even you.
The disease is alcoholism. The answer is Care Unit.
Good afternoon. Mark Dayton will not run for the Senate. Dayton has concluded that the endorsement of Joan Grow is legitimate and that he will support her. Grow will face Bob Mattson in September's primary and possibly 2 other candidates. The manhunt is over for 2 escaped death row inmates from Virginia. They've been captured in Philadelphia after a month on the run. And the House has voted to allow illegal aliens who've been in the U.S. since 1982 to become legal citizens. We'll have more news at 4:30.
We have another super bargain for you. This is a double super bargain. If you're interested in barbecue chicken and ribs, this is your time. First, it's Rick's Cafe Americana. Now, Rick's is a moderately priced restaurant with a Casablanca motif. That's what it looks like. Features predominantly Creole and Cajun cooking, which is hard to come by the way, in the Twin Cities. Also, they have live jazz on certain days during the week, and that's what it looks like. Now, here's what they have in the super bargain. If you go in today and tomorrow and ask for the super bargain, you will get that. That is their combination barbecue chicken and ribs called the Ingrid Bergman. Usually sells for $6.50. You can get it for $3.25 while supplies last. Dinner only, please. No reservations, and you have to eat in. There's no carry-out. So that's Rick's Cafe Americana. There's where it's located, 1729 Lyndale Avenue North in Minneapolis. Now, our second super bargain is if you don't live near there, you might live near Charlie Goodnights. Where's that? That's in Brooklyn Park on I-94 and Highway 69. Now, Charlie Goodnights has a southwestern-style casual dining, and what they feature are generous portions of American food. And here's what that's what it looks like. Nice-looking place. If you go to Charlie Goodnights today and tomorrow and ask for the super bargain, you'll get that, which is their barbecued rib dinner. Look at the size of those ribs. With the salad bar, vegetable, baked potato, sourdough bread. Usually costs $8.95. You can get it for half price today and tomorrow only. Remember, that's dinner only. They do want you to make reservations. While supplies last, the space permits. Eat in only, no carry out. Charlie Goodnights. So those are your 2 choices, Rick's Cafe Americana or Charlie Goodnights, half price on barbecue chicken and ribs. And so take advantage.